Good morning, U.S. tennis fans. Welcome to another Miss It Tennis hitting session. I am DeSquinch. We are at Indian Wells with both the WTA and ATP 1000 tournament, the Sunshine Slam in California at Indian Wells. We're going to talk about that. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right. I was a little faster that time, better, but not great. Okay, what are we going to do? We don't have much to talk about because I'm actually going through a bit of an existential tennis crisis, existential tennis podcast, tennis content crisis, which is to say, I don't think I'm qualified to talk about these matches from a analytical perspective or coaching perspective or just technical analysis. I'm not schooled in that regard. So my plan for this channel has always been to be kind of more, pardon my takey, right? Fanish. But how do you feel? How do you feel a couple minutes every day with that? I don't know. We'll have to figure that out on the fly. But let's start out with just looking at the results from yesterday. That is a good place to start, as any, right? So who won and who lost? So let's go backwards one day into Monday. We'll go into completed and let's see what happened. For men's side, Shelton came out, crushed. His serve is just absolutely booming right now. He's like Rafael Nadal was in the beginning of his career. He's just so wound up, but yeah, still in control. Every once in a while, he just hits the ball a million miles out, but he's just wound so tight with power that he can explode whenever he wants. It's unbelievable. His second serve kicks out of the freaking. Oh man, the second serve's a weapon. Anyways, he took out Kachanov. Fritz, I watched that one. It took him until he got some. It took him a second in the second set until he finally realized, all right, enough is enough. And then he just leaned on Tabilo. He didn't have enough. Nakashima, classic Nakashima, man. I have to watch more of his stuff to get a read on what he is as a player. I complain that I shouldn't be giving any analysis, but I immediately give analysis. What he is as a player, to me as a fan, he's so in control. I love his game. I'm going to start following him even closer because he might be my favorite player to watch on the men's side. He's so in control and he's longer than you think, and his power comes effortlessly. He's never trying to overpower the other guy, though, it seems, even though he is pressing advantage at times when most players would not be able to do that. So yeah, I gotta understand him a lot more. We lost Jensen Brooksby. He's not in the top 50, so we don't talk about him very much. But I did do, first of all, I watched that, and Brooksby has the look of a top 50 player without a doubt. Oh, we're switching to top 40 also, by the way. He has the look of America's top 40 player, but he's not there yet. So I was like, why does this guy look so good and he's playing this deep into this tournament and like we don't really know. Well, let's just look at it together. And I'm sure there's somebody out there that knows a lot more than what I've just been able to do through a couple minutes of searching around. But but basically, he's been hurt, is what I figured out. Because if you look at his recent results, you've got 2022 in there. Okay, so let's go through this. Let's really look at this for a second, because I only look for a second. So first of all, current rank 937. So that's the first thing we learned, is that he's at 1,000. Now with the points he got in this tournament, I think he's going to move up to like 400 and something. But what, peak rank 33 in 2022? Wait a second, this guy's not a scrub. Like what? So that was when he was 21 years old. He got up to 33. Wait a second, what's going on here? So let's just start going back through what's going on here. So 2022, we're not going to worry about. then 2023 season kicks off, and he goes down and plays a tournament before, like one of the tune-up tournaments for the Australian Open. Does well, makes it to the semifinal. Beats Schwartzman. Beats Fonini. Like, these aren't scrubs. Like, doing just fine. Then he goes over to the Australian Open, makes it to, this is in 2023, makes it to the round of 32. Tommy Paul got him. Yank on yank crack. But before that, he took out the 2 seed Casper Ruud. Like, come on. Like, this guy is an up-and-comer for sure. Boom. Then there's nothing on his thing for the rest of 2023 or all of 2024. So that, to me, says major, major injury. And then he comes back this year, plays Dallas, loses, plays San Diego Challenger, wins one, loses, and now he's in Indian Wells, and damn good showing. Beats the 17th ranked FAA, which is a lot easier to say than his full name, Felix Auger Aliassime. Aliassime. Felix Auger Aliassime. And he finally loses to Draper, but and he lost. I mean, 7-5, 6-4. He didn't look like he didn't belong on that court. I'll tell you that much. Draper looked a little bit more seasoned than he did, and it was obvious. But uh, yeah, so I'm gonna do a little bit more research because it appears he's gonna be coming back with a vengeance at some point in time. We got to figure out about his injury, and yeah, we'll get to know him a little bit as the year progresses. So that's all that happened yesterday for the men. Let's switch over to the women. Navarro, we lost. So that's the one that I've got pulled up over here. We're going to go look at how horrible. Anytime I pull up the WTA or the ATP website, instead of what we're actually going to look at it for, we're just going to pull it up to look at how fucking horrible and shitty those websites are from now on. Excuse me. All right, so we'll come back to that. The other one, Coco, she started double faulting at the end when she should have, when she had the match in hand. She's got something going on mentally. You know what? We should look at those stats too to see. Remember, we looked at her stats from the round previous to this. She won with 21 double faults, right? So it's clearly some yips things going on with her double faults, with her serve. Madison Keys has to go 3 sets. At least Mertens is not an easy draw. That's like a tough 28 seed. She's been around for a long time. She's crafty. She's tall. She hits hard. Not as hard as Maddie. Not as hard as Maddie. Because I watched a little bit of that match. And when she decided to go to the next level, she could. And what's interesting about that is that's the mentality she had when she just won the Australian Open. Like, I'm not putting past Maddie to win this tournament. If I was going to pick a favorite on the U.S. women's side, without a doubt, Madison Keys is it. Not Coco, not Pegula. All right, so let's go look at those stats over here. Oh yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go see how shitty this site is. Okay, so here's the shitty site with this massive fucking ad on the right hand side that nobody wants. Okay, so I go into Navarro Vekic. Now we've done this before on the men's side, the ATP site, and they give you actually some useful stats. Here's what the WTA gives you. Nothing. Like, basically all these stats basically tell me is, okay, she played better than her because she won most everything. She won a little bit more of everything. Where's the fucking service speed? Where's all the stats that can help you deduce why somebody won a match? All this says is she converted more bricks. Second, she won more of her first return points. She won more of her second, a better percentage of her second return points. She won a better percent. It's just so stupid. This tells me nothing. So, let's go look at Coco Golf though and see if she double faulted a ton like last time. At least you get that, huh? Okay, this is against Sakari. Sakari is freaking ripped. See her arm still? Jesus. 9 double faults. All right, great. You're 12 less than the previous match, but we still got some yip stuff. Here's the thing about Coco, though, man. When she just decides to, she can hit an offensive shot while playing defense better than anybody I've ever seen. Like, she just gets to everything. And you think she's just getting to it, but she's actually getting to it with just a split second left over, enough for her to actually do something with it. It's pretty impressive. Anyways, let's get off this shitty website that is now showing an ad for my local shopping market. Okay, nothing much over here. I guess basically, actually, we will bring back up this one because we got to go look at what today's matches are all about. Let's see what we're going to watch today. Nothing wrong with that. So let's go into scheduled. And let's start with the men. There's 4 matches. So now we're in round of 8 matches. Round of 16. 8 matches. 4 today, 4 tomorrow for the men, 4 today, 4 tomorrow for the women. Okay, so what do we got today? We got Marcus Jerome. I've been following him. I've watched all his matches this tournament. He is maybe coming into his zone. I think, you know what? Let's look up his live. Let's look up his live ranking because he must be up in the 40s by now. Remember, Jerome just barely squeezes into the top 50, hangs there for a second, falls out, comes back in, and let's not forget also, last night we decided to change it to top 40. So he needs to win one more match just so that we can still keep talking about him, to be honest with you. Let's see where he's at. So he's around here. He's 45. If he wins one more match, if he wins his next match, so that's what this line is, that's how many points he'll have. If he wins the tournament, that's how many points he'll have. So let's see. If he wins his next match, he'll have 1340. Move him up into the top, top 40. He needs to win this match so bad, otherwise we have to stop talking about you. Sorry, Marcus. Good news is you're playing better. You're playing better than top 50. I think you have made that jump. Let's see how far up there you can go. If not this tournament, probably Miami, if not the next tournament. Like, I fully expect you to win a couple matches in every tournament you play. So it's just more about now knocking off a tough draw, because you have to do that once per tournament now to get to that next level. Got to start beating seeded players, even if they're low seeds. If they're low seeds, you really got to give them hell. Okay, that's enough about him. Why didn't I bring this up? Oh, that's how we got to the live rankings. The other one is Tommy Paul's gonna play Medvedev. Yeah, I'll be watching. I'll be tuned in for that one. You can bet your ass. That is going to be a good test. Let's see what Tommy Paul has. Tommy Paul playing like Agassi out there, just so quick, so athletic, so get to everything, so all around, so return of serve. Oh my God, he's. I got to watch more of him, so I'm looking forward to that match today too. Now, what do we got on the female side? We got good old Jessica Pegula, playing a 1 o'clocker local in California, 2 o'clock my time. I'm in Mountain Time. Playing Svitolina. She's been rolling pretty good. We should pull up. We should pull up Bet365 and see what some of the odds are on these matches. Indian Wells. Okay, so this is just to win, right? This is to win, minus 250 plus 200. Greek Sport is expected to win. Tsitsipas. Feast. Feast is expected. So Geron's the underdog. Ooh, Paul's just a slight underdog. All right. All right. That's for tomorrow's matches. Okay. Oh, look at that. Giving Shelton the big favorite against Nakashima. Those guys have played each other a bunch. Like, I think throw out the traditional thinking at that one. What do we got today? Pegula, huge favorite. Not as big as Swiatek. but the second biggest favorite today, really. Yeah, other than Greek sport, but that's just because this guy Watnuki is ranked like 300th in the world. Like he had no business beating Big Foe. But that's Big Foe. That's what he does. He loses weird ones sometimes. Okay, so that was a fun little side tangent. We checked out what was going on there. I don't think we need you anymore. I don't think we need you anymore. So let's just take a look real quick here and we'll say goodbye for the most part. Okay, where are we? We are here. Week 2, so yes, daily until there are no more Americans left to root for. Then we'll wrap it up when we lose our last one, and we'll come back again next week, getting ready for Miami, the Sunshine Slam. I think, yeah, they call AO. It's really AO, Australian Open, and these two tournaments. Sunshine Slam might be more of an ATP thing. I don't know. I don't know. So, anyways, yep. Let's switch back over to main cam and close it out. Thanks if anybody watched it. If anybody actually finds this and watches till the end, um, work in progress. It's going to take all of this year, 2025, for me to have put in all the pieces to hopefully have a congruent and thoughtful and a message that other people might want to listen to. So if you find it and you just think it's weird or interesting and you want to check back and see what I'm cooking over here and you're a tennis fan, please do. But if not, check back a year from now and yeah, hopefully we'll be a much stronger position at that point in time as a content provider. So, with all that said, get out there, go hit some balls. We'll talk to you. I'm DeSquinch signing off from Miss Hit Tennis. Take care.